Hello.
Hi.
Hello. This is the Queen telling you to listen to SWAS. Service without a smile.
I'm gonna see her. I'll slip her the QR code.
Yeah, you are. Welcome back to Service Without a Smile, aka SWAS.
My name is Anne-Marie, by the way.
Yes, and I am Josh. In case anyone that is listening did not know this fact.
Just in case anyone who is listening didn't know.
You know who you are. We are on week seven?
Yeah,
7 weeks of SWAS. And
Wow.
on the 7th day. And on the 7th SWAS.
You became the queen, the god.
The queen.
The queen again.
I was doing that all night last night in Discord because someone was sharing their screen playing Dragon Age Origins or whatever.
Oh, well then,
and they all had accents, and the only accent that I was doing was the queen. And so every time someone said something like, we need to go and make sure our allies are okay. And I was like, we need to go and make sure the allies are... I'm trying to go like some weird accent.
That sounded like a mix of like Scottish and Irish.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I don't know if I could do Irish. I don't know if I could do Irish. No, I can't. I'd have to focus.
Yeah.
I can do the accents, but only if I'm not like under pressure to do them.
Do it.
But we should also mention that we're switching to a bi-weekly schedule now. So we'll do episodes every other week, but we'll try to keep them a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're trying to get more content in between, just to spice it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And we also work full-time jobs and go to school, so
Yeah, it's been
so we need to
and I'm working on
have a
moving.
little bit more of a gap.
Yeah.
Between, you know. Not that we don't love it. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
oh my god, we spent all this time together.
So I always like to start with my, as you know, my traditional question of how was your work week? And your week in general, I guess. How was your time off?
Well, today I had my final for my one class that I drive an hour south for. I go there. The test is 30 questions long, multiple choice. I get it done in 5 minutes, and then I walk out of the classroom and just sit on one of the benches because I drove an hour there for a 5-minute final just to drive back home.
So you went and you sat on one of the benches out of protest for having
Yeah.
you only have been there for 4 minutes.
So I waited an extra 3, and then I was like, I should go home. I've been
It's
here
like, you know what? Damn it. I'm going to sit here for another 3 minutes if it kills me.
And then as I was
And
leaving,
it might have
everyone was
had you
staring at
stayed
me.
there because pow pow right after you left.
I was so mad. But then I went to the beach afterwards.
Wow. Go to the
That
beach.
was pretty cool. Let's take it away. I wish I was at the beach now. But today, didn't have any weird people hit on me.
That's good.
Had this guy that kept staring at me, but he wasn't as
Yeah,
confident
the
as the
people were
other
staring
guy.
at us yesterday and we were both sitting out there.
Take a picture and last
Fuck, that bitch was like, she was like creepily grinning too. I was like,
that whole
fuck?
family. That one, the youngest of that group kept like staring at me. And I'm like, please. I'm just trying to enjoy my time at the beach.
it was creepy. I didn't like it.
I think I'm gonna go to the beach after work every day.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring a spare, like just some casual clothes to work and I'm just going to go out and sit out there for a couple hours.
That's what I'm gonna do.
But I want to buy some sunscreen or something. Do you think it would be cheaper to buy the sunscreen we have or the sunscreen?
I think the ones that we have, just we'll get half off.
Yeah, but
And
is
that's
that
cheaper.
is it cheaper than going to
Oh yeah.
like Food Line and just getting one sunscreen?
Yeah, definitely. Baby, how much was the sunscreen that you bought from Walmart?
Yeah, that's how much it is for us.
Yeah.
It's like $4.50 or something.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well, it does protect you from death. The sun is evil. I will never not argue this.
We went to the beach yesterday, and you just complained the whole time, and then lit the stick from the ocean, and then we left.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
It was an experience.
I licked a stick from the ocean. I thought I had imagined doing that. I thought it was, I didn't know. I didn't realize
I,
until
like, got
2 hours
in an
later that I was
angle.
like, wait, did I lick a stick from the ocean? From
You
the
were like-
Atlantic Ocean?
You're like, it's really salty. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
It was just salt. It just was overwhelming salt. That's all I tasted.
My favorite thing about working near a beach.
About licking sticks on the beach.
Well, Before you get to the beach, people always come and ask me, "How do you get to the beach?"
Fuck
like
off.
the window of the window isn't right in front of them. They can
literally
see the
see it.
water. And I'm like, "Oh, you just turn around and just keep walking that way instead of,
How do we get to the beach?
maybe it's not the water that's right in
Just
front of
look
you."
at the beach. Just look at the ocean. Like,
Yeah.
you're really asking me how to get to the beach? It's 200 feet from you in that direction. You can see it from here.
I open the blinds so I can see it.
I would never see when I go to places. Well, now, especially after working in places like this, but like when I go to places and I'm out somewhere I've never been somewhere or whatever, I don't ask an employee if it kills me, almost to a debilitating standpoint. Like, I will literally have to my bladder will be about to explode, and I refuse to ask for a restroom until I've explored every possible solution to the problem.
Me too.
I'll be walking around like, oh god, I have to pee so bad I can't find a bathroom. It's
Especially in
been 30
restaurants.
minutes. I've been walking around. Where the fuck is it?
Sometimes
I will
in
not
restaurants
ask.
they're weirdly placed, and there's no signs except for an arrow with the male and female
I think
figures
it was
on
at
it.
IHOP. You had to go past through the kitchen door thing.
Yeah.
That's
Then we
so
went to
weird.
this one brew house where it was through the warehouse where they make the beer, and then in this back door that I thought was employees only, but that's how you reach the bathrooms, and I was very scared.
Apparently not. Apparently it's anyone that needs to use a bathroom.
Supper.
Well, it was attached to the front was a restaurant setting, but I think they had it closed off.
They should have put a sign that said bathrooms this way, so that people
Bathrooms this way, not just for employees.
wouldn't
So I will
cry.
say, oh my god, public restrooms are again on my list of things this week. I feel like we're already moving on from our work, or just our week, but it happened this week. And I'm so upset. It was so upsetting.
I think I know exactly what moment you're
Yeah,
about to tell
and
me.
I really miss having employee restrooms in my workplace because we used to have that when I worked at an aquarium. We used to have that when I worked at an aquarium. Was just really nice employee restrooms, and we would never have to be bothered by anyone but each other. But I'm back to a place that doesn't have those, though I will try my best to go to the family restroom that's in a different part of where we work.
I like to go there.
Yeah, because I don't like getting disturbed by anyone.
No.
And then, but someone was in there and I was like, shit. So I had to go into the stall, and this guy comes in while I'm in the stall, and he doesn't know I'm in the stall, I guess. And he takes a piss, and then he walks over to the sink and just rips one. Just, it sounded like rubber. You know how when you do balloon animals? It's just but deep.
Oh my god.
It was revolting. I was so upset I wanted to cry. But he did it so quick. He's like, and then walked out. I'm like, what the
He committed his crime and then left.
It is disgusting.
When I'm in the women's bathroom, of course, moms bring their kids in there all the time.
Oh god.
And kids love to just grab the handles and just
I hate it.
shake the doors.
I can't
So
stand.
I'm
I
sitting
can't
there
have a heart
in
attack.
fear. I'm just about to cry because these kids are scaring me. They're like, "Mom, I want to go in there," and they're like, "Somebody's in there," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's me."
You should say that.
And then sometimes old ladies will come in while I'm just, doing my business, and they always let out the wettest farts before they start peeing. And I'm like, I don't know what happened here. And then sometimes it'll just start smelling.
Are you okay? Did you survive that?
My least favorite part about the bathrooms that we have at work is that each door has a different lock on it. So the first stall has the one that you slide. The second one has the old-fashioned one where you push the button. And not many people know that you have to push the button to lock it. So I went into the bathroom one time.
No.
This woman, first of all, it was her fault because she didn't even close the door all the way. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come in, and then she is sitting there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. And then
oh no,
she closes it, and then I hear her fumbling with the door handle, and then I just go to the other restroom.
It was like The Sims, you walking on someone in the bathroom, you just get a debuff for 3 hours. It's just you're super embarrassed.
Yeah, that was me. Because I'm in my uniform, and I'm so she knows who I am and what my position is.
Oh,
and I'm I have to quit. I gotta quit right now.
I gotta quit. Oh my god. I don't know what else. I have to quit, right? I'm gonna move to a different state.
Sorry.
Bye.
This
Horrible.
event happened to me, so I must leave
fucking
immediately.
hate public restrooms, man. I'm so proud of myself when I went to Disney World both years with my family. we were there for a week, and not one time did I use a public restroom on Disney property.
I used it once.
First of all, I have a really strong bladder.
I was drinking alcohol. I had to pee. It
But
was alcohol piss.
Ew, oh god, it's nasty. It's not as bad as when you eat asparagus, though.
That's true. But when you alcohol piss, you just pee a lot. Like, you just, once you break that seal, that's it. You constantly be peeing.
So far, we've talked about piss and gas.
Welcome to customer service.
Stellar content right here.
God. No, it's horrible. Honestly, I hate public restrooms, and that's why I liked having work restrooms, like our own restrooms, private. You can't come in. It's our sacred space. Moving on, though. More personal stories. Like, I guess we'll go more into work-related stories. And I have quite a lot. But I want to stress that if you are someone that is if you're new to certain workplaces and you are going into a place that is going to have liquids on the ground, please don't be a cheap ass hoe. Get some non-slip shoes, because I can testify to the mistakes of people refusing to get non-slip shoes.
I can also do
and
that.
And not getting them on time.
Yeah.
Because that happened to me and I almost died. I saw my life flash before my eyes, as well as me being like, I'm never going to be able to have children because I'm so far in the splits right now.
This is the story of how Josh became celibate.
Yeah. Well, we have something for the title now, so that's good. I think, oh man, I'm trying to think back to which one it was. There's so many. The worst one was probably Starbucks, because Starbucks is surprisingly disgusting. Their floors are disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like mud. It's mocha mud. It's coffee grinds, mocha, and it just turns into mud. It's coffee mud. It's disgusting. But we had the floor mats, like the big, like, ones with like all the holes in them.
The holes in them? Yeah,
so like
those.
Stuff get underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not matter how many mats you have, they are always ice. It's always like, it's Starbucks on ice.
Oh my god, my favorite musical.
Yes. But like the first 2 days, it was like literally the first 2 days only that I was there. I ordered my non-slip before, but they weren't there on time. So I had to wear I had some high tops or whatever, and they were just normal shoes.
Yeah.
And I was carrying a jug of water, and
oh my god, I'm gonna say my prayers right now.
Yeah, I was carrying the big 5 gallons of water for the cold brew, and I was almost out of sight of customers, unfortunately, but I was not quite there. Where the door to push back to the back is, I was going down. Everything happened in slow motion. I could feel my life flash before my eyes. And it hurt. My legs hurt so bad too, because they just went like that. They just went in the opposite direction of each other to try to keep myself from completely falling. And the whole time I'm like this with this bucket of water, trying not to, one, spill it on me, and two, make it even worse. Because if I had spilled it, I wouldn't have been able to get up. I would have just laid on the ground. Have you ever been in that situation where you've fallen and you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay here.
Yeah.
And you just lay there.
Not in a work.
You lose the will to get yourself up, and you're just like, fuck. Because that's pretty much.
When I first started working at the smoothie place that I worked at, it was the same situation. They told us to get non-slip shoes. I already had a pair because I think my mom gave them to me, but I was like, why do we need non-slip shoes? It didn't make sense to me when I first started. It doesn't
make sense at first, but trust me.
Once we started working, water was everywhere.
Everywhere.
And there was, because we had to wash our hands in the blender bowls in the sink. The sink water, no control. You got the hose, that's it. It goes everywhere. You don't dry your hands because there's no time or point to dry your hands.
And there's no drains when you're in front of house areas. Exactly. If you're in the back where there's dishes and shit, there's always drains on the floor for stuff to go out, but when it's in front of house, there's nothing. We're constantly putting
the old spoons or the things we dropped or blender bowls in the sink in the back. So then we're wait to wash those, wet again, and then we have to go ahead and there might be strawberry syrup on the floor or weird juices on the ground. We're mopping constantly, so it's always wet. And my third hour in my first shift, I was like, oh, everything's clear to me now.
Yeah.
I personally never
Yep.
slipped. I came close. I came real close. But I never actually made the tumble. My one friend made the tumble, and I thought she broke her arm.
Oh God, you could break your arm. And what's crazy to me is that Starbucks does not require that you have non-slip shoes. It is optional.
Oh my God.
Bitch, in what world is this optional? I am going to die here.
It sounds like
I don't want to die here. I
it
don't want to
sounded
die
like
for
this
$10
podcast
an
almost
hour.
didn't happen.
Starbucks covers it up. They're like, no, it was their own negligence. They didn't get non-slip shoes. You didn't tell me to.
Pay me to get non-slip shoes.
It was horrible. But that's not where it ends. It gets worse.
Oh.
Because when I was at the aquarium, first of all, if you work in anywhere where there's it's just water,
yeah,
an aquarium is definitely a place where you should have non-slip shoes.
Oh, I bought them when I
There's
worked at the
water
aquarium.
everywhere.
Yeah, I worked at the Dolphins.
Everywhere.
Those bitches flip water everywhere.
They splash it.
Ugh.
Like, shh, did I do good? No.
No, I have to go down in this hole and watch you guys fuck each other. So.
But speaking of dolphins, this is where it would happen all the time for people slipping. Thankfully, I already had my non-slip shoes because I'm smart.
You're like, I was ahead game.
However, my coworkers, a lot of them didn't. And it was the most disastrous thing because in this aquarium, big dolphin theater sits 700 people at least.
Yeah, something like that.
So big audience.
Yeah.
What we would have to do we would have to do like hand signal presentations at the very beginning of the show while like the safety stuff was going on. You're basically like, like how flight attendants do.
Yeah.
That's what we had to do. And we had like, there was like one of us in front of each stairwell, and that's like, there's like 4 stairwells.
Okay.
And the water, sometimes it doesn't drain from show to show, and they have to actually get some of the staff to come in there with brooms and
oh my God.
Yeah, and put it down the drains. And the amount of times where people have fallen in front of a full house of people,
I'd move away.
I would die.
I'd move.
I was dead.
I'd quit on spot and move.
People would slip. They'd be like doing the hand signals. Or something. There was really funny one time because someone was like, they were doing the hand signals and they literally like went whoop, and then they got like fell down and they got back up, and while they were getting back up, they were still doing the hand signs.
Oh my God, dedication!
Oh my God,
that's a legend right there. I love them.
They're great, but like, good God.
Wow.
Yeah, if you work in a wet place, any kind of water, get non-slip shoes. Save yourself the pain and suffering and just get some non-slips. They might be like $60 to $80 or even more depending on how nice you want your shoes to be, but
I mean,
they're worth it. I had to replace mine at the aquarium though because the salt would get all over it.
Makes sense.
Like, and just destroy that.
Yeah, I had got rid of mine after I worked at the aquarium. Like, I didn't walk around the water a lot, because like I said, I was in a hole in the middle of the dolphin thing, so I could observe them for 8 hours a day.
Oh, God.
But
8 hours?
Yeah, 8 hours a day I sat in this hole. I got an hour for lunch, though, so that was nice. But, the water would splash in the top, so sometimes it'd be like, oh my God, it's raining. It's crazy.
It's raining. No,
I have a jacket from them. I had some from our other episode that we were going to record last week, but then we didn't. I have notes. I have other work week notes.
Oh, really? What were they?
Yeah. This continued from last week into this next week. My main thing that really stood out to me that bothered me throughout the week was people wanting to talk to management for them to say the exact same thing that I had told the person.
God.
This happened to me at least once or twice a day in the past 2 weeks.
This happens to me about 4 or 5 times a day over the past 3 years.
Yeah, it didn't really happen before because I was able to usually help people, but then I guess this year everyone's smoking crack and they just decide that they can't do anything for themselves anymore.
I just don't get it. Okay, so like, I understand, right, when you go to a really shitty place, like if you go to Dollar General or something like that, where they have 2 employees, and of course the employee's gonna, like, if you ask for information and they tell you, oh no, we can't do that, and it's obvious that they can do something. Yeah. They're clearly bullshitting you. But when you go to like a 5-star restaurant, a resort, fucking Disney World, and you question the employee, like, what do you think that we're like intentionally lying to you for what benefit do we get out of it? Especially at Disney, because they're like watched like a hawk.
Exactly.
Like every move, every breath you take. What is that? The police or whatever? Is that what that band was? I don't remember.
Probably.
Just every breath you take.
Every move you make.
I'll
Anyway.
be watching you. That's
But
Disney.
they go through weeks of training at Disney, and then you're gonna go to a Disney employee and be like, "You're wrong." I would flip my shit if I was a Disney employee, but with a smile on my face because it's the happiest place on earth.
Have a Disney day. That means fuck you.
It's so many people would be like, "Are you sure that's the best discount that you can give me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Even my manager, I can override things that they can for some reason, which I'm not complaining about, but it's kind of weird that I have that.
I can override some things too, but not as much. I don't think it can do certain things. There's one thing you can do.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about our business practice.
No. It's funny. I'm so special. Anyway. But, there's no other, discount besides employee discount, and why would I give you my employee discount?
I can't even give you that without approval anyway.
Exactly.
I can, but I'm not going to.
Why would I? Who are you?
I hate it when customers also putting you in a compromising position of your job security.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Because when I was it was when I was maybe 2 weeks into my job at the aquarium. Some guests basically tried to bribe me to get entry into the aquarium. They're like, "Oh, this is the bathroom," and so security was like, "Just escort them to the bathroom." So I stood there and waited for them. I don't think they were expecting an employee to wait for them,
to
so
go
you could
with
escort them back out.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, can we just get tickets and then go in right now? Can we just pay you?" I was like, he even went to the ATM to get money, even after I said no. I was like, "No, I can't do that for you guys." What you want me to lose my job so that you can get into here for free?
Somebody did that to me.
Fuck yourself.
They wanted to get a lower discount or whatever, and it was already the lowest discount, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, this is the best I can do." Blah blah blah. Made some funny jokes or whatever, and then he was like, "Well, I'll make sure to get you a really big tip when I get there," and I was like, "I still can't give you a bigger discount. This is it." On my screen, this is the biggest discount. Everything else, I'm not gonna give to you because I can't, because there's nothing else. And especially when people are when I tell them the policies, word for word from my, new hire packet, it's typed there. That's it. They're like, "I want to speak to your manager." And I'm like, they're gonna read you from the same paper that they gave me. I think they typed it up for me.
Same thing. Ugh.
There's been times where I'm thinking, I'm gonna be like, if they ask for a manager, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're speaking to her." I think I'm gonna try. There's been so many times where I'm like, should I just do it? Just to see what they do? But then I'm like, I don't get paid enough for that. So then I don't. I just want to see what they do.
We did that at Starbucks, though, when because our managers weren't as available as our current workplace is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere where managers are always available. But,
yeah, me either.
Starbucks, they were almost never there because the store manager has so much shit that they have to do, and then the assistant store manager is always running off to different places to get stock.
Yeah.
So it was for us, we rarely had managers. We only ever really had a shift leader, and most of the time people would be like, "How can?" It would be like, "I want to talk to a manager," and be like, "Okay," and we'd do a spin, and be like, "Okay, so how can I help you?" And their look on their face is priceless.
I used to do that when I worked at the smoothie place because I was a shift leader, and granted, I am a 5'2" small Asian girl, and my closing shift was always with these two guys who were 6'1", looked a lot older than me, but I loved them. I missed them. They were so much fun.
Shout out.
Shout out to them. Every time that somebody would come in and ask for a manager that night, and I was at the register, I was close by, they would always say, "I want to speak to your manager," pointing at me, because they thought it was one of the two guys. And I'd be like, "Oh, it's me. What can I help you with?" And they're like, "Oh," and they just don't have a problem anymore. And I'm like,
of course.
And I'm like, I could have helped you. Look at me.
Their problem was you, and then they realized that they're not going to get anything out of it once
exactly
you're the only person that can do anything about it.
There was one person too recently, actually, where she had called to complain, and I had actually solved her problem for her. I helped her, but she just refused to listen to what I was saying because she kept yelling. And then later on called and talked to the manager, and he was like, "No, she was trying to help you. She actually fixed your problem. So you need to calm down, ma'am."
For real.
And I was like, "Oh, I wish I could say that. I can't, so I would lose my job." But she tried to get me fired. She was talking shit, and I was like, "Damn, This is what I get. Never be nice to people. Just kidding. Be nice to people.
Never be overly nice to a guest, I would say, to a customer.
Overly nice, yeah.
Because a lot of them will take
it.
advantage. Yep, take advantage. There's a little tip for everyone that's just going into customer service or is thinking that they like customer service. You won't, first of all. And second, don't go into it with, I would say, the most optimistic outlook on it. Because then you're just going to get let down. Because, like, I know that sounds so doom and gloom, but, like...
It's fast.
It's really true, because, like, if you can be really nice to guests, and it can be really rewarding sometimes, which is great. But if you go into it with the mindset that everyone's going to appreciate you and appreciate your work and respond really well to it, you're going to be so depressed.
People will always say, oh, well, last time... This is not last time.
This is not last time. We'll do our special segment. I like rotating our segments around a little bit. So, like, I know we had stuff that you wish you could say to a guest. I have to take some time to think about more of those because those are a little bit more...
Those are, like
thought out.
Situation specific.
Yeah. So I have to think about that before we go into that. But we'll do a special segment rotation for next week's episode. Or actually, we should say we're doing it bi-weekly now, as we know, because we've already clearly done the introduction to this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've already done our opening. Anyway, we'll do... What should we do for things you can say in the bedroom and also in what? So we had retail.
You did do retail.
What about cafe?
Yeah, do cafe.
Okay.
I was going to say bar, then I was like, that's lame. But maybe.
Things you can say in the bedroom and also in a cafe. That's coming up next week in our, not next week, or in our next episode. I should say next episode because we're doing bi-weekly. Yeah. But yep, so submit your lines for that. Things you can say in a cafe and also in the bedroom. For our next episode. But this episode, I'm introducing another new segment, and I named it Reading Ridiculous Reviews. All R's. There you go.
I love the alliteration.
Thank you.
Where's my...
And my episode titles. So so for this segment, if anyone has any reviews they want us to read on the podcast, please send them in, because we'll do that. Well, we're going to look at stuff that's in our local area. And the first one that I found was for a Scotchman. And if anyone doesn't know what a Scotchman is, it's just a gas station with a mini mart. And do you want me to read the first one here that I found? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this one says, sometime I stop by the Scotchman because it's convenience from the job. Anyway, whenever someone is in front of me and they don't have a reward card, I usually swipe mine and they thank me. Then again, sometimes the cashier quick to mash no. My point is the cashier went back and forward with bad customer service with a attitude.
What an experience this man had. He brought me with the experience as well.
Oh, God. Oh, this one's horrible. Do you want to hear this one
I'm
too?
ready, yeah.
Because we're continuing with Scotchman. I just prepaid for gas there, and the cashier started the wrong pump. Then lied and said I told her the wrong pump. I ended up paying for my gas and another person's gas because she lied about starting the wrong pump. Wow, freaking cashiers we ran across on vacation. Not sorry, let's make this right. I'm not paying for your gas.
Why didn't she just move to the other pump?
I don't know. She paid for her gas and someone else's because they...
She could have just moved to the other pump before the other car got there. She's stupid.
Oh, God.
I have a couple from a local restaurant. I don't know if I think it's local here. It's called Captain D's. I know. They had the weirdest...
Captain D?
They had the weirdest billboard that I've ever seen. Hang on. This billboard, we were driving back from your place, I think a couple weeks ago. And it was so uncomfortable. Let's see if I have it. Oh, here it is. We make hot and steamy family friendly.
No.
Made me want to kill myself.
Who thought of this advertising campaign? That's not appropriate. That is not okay.
It's not okay.
Oh my god.
This review that they have here has a lot of emojis.
Okay.
This person, I guess, was very expressive. They spent the week down here because it was for her dad's birthday, and apparently her dad loves this restaurant. So they went to go eat there, and it was closed, and then she added like 4 emojis. And
saying
then
her dad loves the D?
he loves hot and steamy,
Captain
family friendly.
Captain's D.
And
Okay.
then they said on the sign, she took a picture of the sign that has their new hours because, nobody wants to work and it's like still COVID, so things have weird hours, where it says, call this number for up-to-date store hours. And they just didn't do that. So they responded to this review saying, please go to the website or call that phone number. And then she just didn't do that.
I've got something similar, also from the Scotchman, because there's just so many good ones from the Scotchman.
Mm-hmm.
It says, we went in to pick up some waters for the family. Waters or sign were placed in the wrong spot. My mom went up to ask about the price, and the worker, Kayla, who seemed pretty annoyed as a customer, interrupted her as she was having a conversation with someone in the store about what she was going to wear later that night. Responded with, well, maybe if you read the sign, you would have seen the price.
Oh my
Extremely
god.
unprofessional and rude. Shit, I wish
She
I could
said,
respond like
fuck
that.
this job. Fuck these people. I'm
I
thinking
feel
of
like
my
you
night
work in a
out.
gas station like that, you don't have to answer to no one, really.
Yeah, gas station attendants, I feel like
They're like
90% of them are like,
the toughest
fuck
of the
you.
tough. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, yes ma'am. This one, for Captain D's, the first sentence is, this place is a pig slum.
A pig
The
slum?
young kid taking orders was horrible, pants hanging below his bottom. Then top it all off, after we paid, they said that they were out of baked potatoes, corn, the sauce, Dr. Pepper, and hush puppies.
So, everything except for your entree.
And I was like, after you paid, you found out?
What? That's some scummy practices, but it's also fucking, that's hilarious.
That's so funny. I like how she started it with, it's a pig slum.
Pig slum. Well, you still got your meal, I guess. You just only paid for half of it.
This person was like, understaffed. Then maybe pick up a job application.
Yeah.
Julius.
This one said, for the Scotchman, all employees are always lazy. The restroom are locked. If you ask them, they'll just say it locked and I don't want to open it. Everywhere is dirty and mashed. The owner needs to take care.
It's a Scotchman.
The employees really said, and I don't want to open it. It's locked. I don't feel like
This
opening it.
Scotchman sounds like they just hire anybody they
It's
find
the
off
Wild
the
West.
street. This is so funny.
What's up?
This review is written in such a weird way. It says, I'm 7 years old. It is just horrible. You should blame them for their bad luck, and they should knock it down and rebuild it. Lucky I didn't get sick. And don't even mention the bathroom. 8 exclamation points. Bring your water shoes. The floor is disgusting. Next paragraph. Okay, my kids had their fun, but wow. There's no way your kid wrote that bullshit. Stay away, run for your life, go to 7-Eleven, grab a big bite, throw it in the trash can, and then eat it. That would be a better decision. Wow. That was an experience.
It was.
The other one that I found were reviews of Dit's Last Resort. And
Oh
I
no!
don't think these people understand what Dit's Last
They
Resort
really
is.
don't.
Because all of these reviews, they are so funny to read because they obviously did not understand where they were going. They were like, our waiter was bent on total humiliation. And I was like,
Yeah. So
he was just cruel and not funny. My burger was good, but my daughter's salad was not eatable. The waiter said, what do you expect? The food sucks here.
He's not wrong. Dick's is not, like, oh my god, the food really is not that good.
No,
it's mediocre, but it's the point. It's the last resort. It's in the fucking name. Dick's last resort.
Dits, like, come on. This one's silly because
Last resort.
this person went to Dits when they were having a bachelorette party at the same time.
No!
So she said, when we go to Dits, we know you are getting rude and mean service, but it's supposed to be a family restaurant. Our server was vulgar, obnoxious, and dropped the F word the whole time. We had my 10-year-old daughter with us. They cuss, they like, every time I have been to Dits and I walked up to the host stand, they're like, what the fuck do you want? And I'm like, She said she had a bachelorette to do what she called a blowjob shot off another customer right in front of my kid. That one's especially funny to me because that is a real shot. That's the name of the shot. It's not just like something she did as a funny
she
thing.
She doesn't know,
that's like
guys.
An alcoholic
she doesn't know.
Like drink.
To be fair, there are so many wild alcoholic beverages.
She called me Karen the whole time. I would too.
I would as well, man. If I could call people Karens whenever I wanted to at my job, do you know how often I would do that? Like, alright, Karen, you know what? It's not that big a deal. Just chill out.
Literally.
Stop being a bitch.
This place says, the way that they responded, okay, this one says, very rude and worst food ever. My family and I waited an hour or more for food and was cold and the service was absolutely terrible. They were wasting more time playing games and making hats than serving. I would never go back to that dump again. Then the, I think it's the manager of this particular joint
make a hat.
It says, Rudd. Playing games, making hats is kind of our thing. If you have anything else to say, please reach out our email. I love Jeff. Definitely not a place for children. Yeah.
Anyone could have told you that.
Anyone with a brain could have told you that.
A quick search on the internet could have told you that.
Even just the name. If you just looked at the name, the food was terrible. Near the washroom, the table area there smelled like urine. The waiter told my disabled daughter that she was the future Hooter girl, and that my private parts smelled like fish.
Oh my god.
I just don't think people understand what this restaurant is.
They don't get it. Oh.
Bro, that's funny as shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
I think when I first went, my hat said something about, like, being gay, but jokes on that hat. Because look where I am now.
The irony.
This Last Resort tore a family apart, apparently. Completely inappropriate at the verbiage on hats. Do not bring your kids here. My 19 and 14-year-old were disgusted at our waiter. My fiance and I aren't speaking after this. It is not cool. I am not laughing.
What?
I think the food was average and is not cool writing such offensive sexual crap. Never again. Oh. Your kids are 19 and 14. That 19-year-old is a full adult. That kid is in college. You're here to visit your kid at college. That 19-year-old, 14-year-olds
don't realize it's not Amy's first resort.
Yeah.
It's Dick's last resort.
Especially the 14-year-olds in high school. What do you mean don't bring your kids here? Those are like...
It's supposed to be a family establishment. In what world?
What context? Date's Last Resort. I'm pretty sure they have cuss words as you walk in the door.
I think it's the most hilarious when people don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And it obviously is very much the last resort because it's like Sunday evening and nothing's open.
Exactly.
And they're just like, well, we might as well go here and get some food, I guess. And they go in and they get that kind of treatment, and it's so funny.
There's literally, I know where this is, and there's so many other restaurants that they could have gone to. This person posted a picture of their hat on their, like, this is like a 4-year-old kid. The hat says, mine's bigger than daddy's.
No!
The dad says, my cock pulls out. I don't. This one says, Brokeback Mountain changed my life. That's funny as shit. Look at this man. Look how happy he is. Good for him.
Oh my god. It's because he's wearing a tank top.
This one says, eaten more than it's a picture of a cat than the Asian community. Wow. Good for her.
This person wrote a review about people not wearing masks in the hotel. It's for a restaurant.
I was like...
It's a restaurant.
First of all...
It's not even part of a hotel. It's a restaurant.
First of all... You're wrong.
What happened to the reality of people wearing masks in the hotel?
First of all,
Ma'am? Are you okay?
When I was going to work the other day, I was stopped by a bunch of, like, police cars because, like, they were blocking the road. And it was because they were helping a man who was, like, just sitting in a park. And I was like, is he dying? And I assume so with all the cars.
Yep, he's dying.
Damn. I hope he's okay.
Prayers for that guy.
Shout out.
Also, shout out to our security guard. Wait, we have 2 security guards that listen to us. I don't know if one actively listens to us.
Who's the other one? With the
Can we say, we can't say their names.
No, I don't think we can say their names. I remember now. I can't believe she forgot my name.
Listens to the podcast but forgets our name.
Who's Anne Marie? I thought she was joking.
That's why we said it, put extra emphasis on it in the intro.
I love how bitter she was that she was was deemed not the most attractive security guard.
Like, no longer the hottest.
Yeah. It's okay.
Apparently we have a hotter security guard now.
She's got a really nice butt, but personally, I like her more than him. But that's just me.
Aw, that's so nice.
I know. But I'm gay. I like her more than him as a person, so I've also never talked to this other security guard with a really nice butt.
I've never talked to him either, but I mean, even I think, like, he's objectively attractive.
He is. He really is.
Like, that is a beautiful man. Why is he here?
Right? I hope our gets with him. She deserves it.
Oh my god.
She deserves it.
No, what if he gets our QR code? Oh god.
But he doesn't know that he's the attractive security guard.
Well, he will now.
Well, we didn't say his name.
I don't know his name.
I said that she was the most attractive one, so that's me. That's me.
Basically, our security guards are hot, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you for the eye candy that you provide us every day.
Thank you so much.
Should we keep that?
No, I'm keeping it. Keep that in. Whenever I see you walk in, I'm like, God damn.
My day just got a little better.
I'm about to order breakfast, but I'm getting a feast right now.
Yeah, our security guards are great, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know about... Well, one of them looked like he came right out of, like, the Monty Python, the Holy Grail movie. He had, like, the haircut. It was the haircut.
One of them looks like my best friend, the one that's going through crap right now. Well, you know who I'm talking about? The guy?
I do know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his face looks very similar. I think it's the beard.
I think it's the
and
beard,
the hair.
too.
Like, the hair and the beard are very similar.
Yeah, I think so.
He's nice. He worked the overnight shift, so he left when I got there, and then got in when I was leaving. I was like, what the fuck? Weren't you just here? He's like, yep.
That's what happened to the one I think is attractive. So I don't want to say their names.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, I think she did an overnight shift, and then I think she did, like, a night shift, and then she came in for the next day for the morning shift. And I was like, hello? I don't see you for, like, a month, and all of a sudden, you live here now? I hope she's gotten some sleep.
I hope she has too. Shout out. You know who you are. Hope you got some sleep.
I hope you listen.
You're on the top of our hot list, though, so don't feel bad.
Hit me up.
You haven't been replaced. Well, I don't know that. I don't know. I think they're...
She hasn't been replaced to me.
To you? To me?
It's a personal preference.
It's a personal preference, but, like, I don't know. I think they're in their own categories, really, in their own leagues.
I have random crushes at work.
I only saw the new security guard once. I was like, God damn.
I appreciate his attractiveness.
Honestly,
but
respect.
I like the other one more. But, like, I can appreciate when there's an attractive person in front of me, you know what I'm saying? There was this man who walked in front of me, and he had the most voluptuous ass.
We're getting so creepy.
That
but
shit jiggled. I was like, good morning.
Badonk-a-donk.
You double cheeked up on this fine Thursday afternoon.
Thank you. You just endlessly provide me with episode titles. I love it.
Yes.
Oh man, but it's like it's summer now, and we work at like pretty much on a beach. So I'm trying to. I
have to wear a blazer, and everyone else is walking by looking fine.
That. But I'm trying to decide if I'm mildly turned on or mildly disturbed. I think a little bit of both.
I think a little bit of both. Because there's the attractive, MILFs and DILFs and that walk through. I'll say it. I got no shame.
There's a
But
lot
then
of...
there's, kids.
Yeah.
And, this past, couple of weeks, there have been, groups of kids, and I'm like, I don't know to look at you.
Out my eyes!
Right? I'm, going the other way. I think the biggest thing is that people are, barefoot on the, walking through.
I love the sound of, bare feet tapping on, surfaces.
I do.
I don't know. Sounds that really,
I feel like
resonate.
we talked about this, but yeah.
It's definitely, because it reminds me of, Genji's little pitter pats.
Oh, yeah, the little pitter,
yeah. Yeah, I love the little of, just feet.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know
I
that
like it
sounds
too.
weird. I don't have a foot fetish. I don't like feet.
Yeah, okay.
I hate feet.
Gosh,
But, I don't. But I like the little sounds that they make when they're
I like the Animal Crossing feet sounds. Especially when they're going through the sand. I love it.
It's really nice. Oh, crunching snow.
Oh, crunching on leaves. That's good.
Nice.
Where have we gone?
Reel it in.
We're our security guards are attractive, but I like feet sounds.
Or keeping that in.
Yeah. Yeah.
The computer went on to AFK. She's AFK.
My other favorite thing is just when I see new employees walk in front of us, is I'm like, are they working here or are they just a guest? Just why are they coming up to me?
Yeah.
What are they asking for? What do they want?
What do you want? What do you need? Trying to think. What else? Oh yeah. What about the kitchen staff? We talked about security. Oh, kitchen.
You're gonna make fun of me.
No, go ahead. At the top of your hot list.
Top of my hot list?
Yes, for kitchen staff.
That
includes the bartenders.
You're gonna make fun of me, is the thing. I think I might have told you, but...
I'm scared.
I'm trying to, without saying your name. It's a she.
Yeah.
You see her at almost every morning. She got...
She's at the top of your hot list, huh?
She's at the top of my hot list.
I like her voice. She does have her QR code, just so you know.
Does she? You gave it to her?
I think she does.
Nice. Wait, I can't. Don't release this. Hang on, cut.
Cut. She's at the top of your hot list. I'm sure she'd be flattered.
I hope so.
Hopefully. We don't mean this in a creepy way. It is a little creepy, but we don't mean it like that.
Straight up, no shame. I've had a crush on her since we first started working. Since I first started working there. It's been a year and a half.
I like her voice. I don't know why. Her voice is very, soothing. I know it doesn't mean, hot, but, I'm just saying.
But it's nice.
Her
a nice voice,
is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, when you get on the phone with someone and they just have a sexy voice. And you're just
right?
They're just hey, can I get...
And I'm like, you can get whatever
you want.
Every time she answers the phone, I call her. I'm like, sorry to bother you. And she's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, oh.
Ew.
Ew. I'm just sitting there.
It's okay. She probably doesn't know your name.
She's probably the only one who does.
Oh, no. Ruined.
Which is sad. God, I don't want to listen to this part. She just can't talk to me about it ever. I'll quit on the spot.
Who from the restaurant would be on my hot list, I'm thinking?
She got a haircut where it was the very stereotypical.
Trying to think of who is on my list. For male and female? For male, okay. When I saw him in work and not in work attire, he made the top of my hot list. And it is, we can't say his name.
Can you bleep it out? Wait, is he editing it? So we could bleep out the names.
I don't know. We could bleep out the names. I'll say the name. We'll cut that.
Okay.
But it's definitely.
Okay, yeah. When he came in with the tattoos, oh my god, I saw him a different view. I'm sweating.
I felt something. That's why I was stunned. I looked at him
yeah, you didn't say anything. I was like, hello?
He got me.
I saw the tattoos and I was like,
He's at the top of my hot list. But he does, because we can't say his name, but he does bartending. But he's definitely at the top of my list. For the guys. And then, for the girls, I don't know what her name is, but she's
She's so cute.
so cute.
I love seeing her.
On her.
She's so sweet. I don't think I have a crush on any of
Objective crushes. Like, I wouldn't be like, go up to them and be like, hey.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, everything,
Not
all these
in a
crushes are
million
just
years,
like,
I would never.
find you more attractive, and yeah, but.
It's called appreciation.
Yeah, exactly. We
Employee
appreciate.
Appreciation Day.
I don't think there's any guys from the kitchen staff that I'm like, you're hot.
It's definitely him. For me, it's definitely him.
Yeah. Because we had the people last summer, though, that were attractive.
Well, that's because we had the
like,
ones from out of country, right?
No, I don't think they started that yet until
J1s?
this past year.
Had the J1s and stuff.
They used to, but not since I've been working there.
Oh, okay. Let's wrap
Has it really been 2 hours?
I guess it has. We're not going to have 2 hours of content.
No,
but...
we're not.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop, though. Definitely, at this point.
Where we're like, what do you think is attractive?
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. We are going to be releasing episodes bi-weekly, though, so just bear with us right now. We'll try to make the episodes a little bit longer. I think I want to see about keeping them between 45 minutes to an hour as the episode, so it's good that we record for a very long time.
We just have more bonus content for when I move.
Yeah, so when we're done with our first season, we'll have a lot more bonus content that we'll release periodically. But thank you guys for listening. We will do listener stories. If you guys want to send any of those in, you can send them to our socials. I put the episode link. I put the link to our story form in the description of the episodes too. So please give us any stories that you want to submit about your wild workplaces, and also your lines on things you can say in a bedroom and in a cafe as well.
Thank you for everyone who's been following our accounts and the new followers. I've been watching. We've been going up. Mm-hmm. But please submit stories. I want to tell more stories because I don't have any more right now.
You're getting there.
It's okay. But still, I've been trying to do more editing for the video. I actually have it downloaded now as I have more time since my class is over for my 5-minute final.
Thank you for listening.
Peace out, bye.